Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Canes will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will get the first possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
Back to pass, it's Moss. Going for it all. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. So now it's second and long.
And that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect.
They stripped it out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. The give to the back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down, TFL, second down, TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Wide open downfield. Turning on the Jets. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at first down.
Got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Makes the grab. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Got him downfield. Touchdown, Canes. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And the
bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was just...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds the tight end. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Making side adjustments here. To the air. It's back. Finds his man. It's Marion. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. And the Canes moving quickly to the line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag.
Oh, he wants it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense, seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball in the ground.
And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like at 3rd short, what they like 3rd medium, 3rd long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game.
There we go. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's back. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Miami! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll leave it with him. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Catch in the middle, it's Stewart. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Moss. Takes the easy one to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's nice to get a quarterback an easy completion like that, but it's nicer if they can go forward. And they did not that time, Jesse.
They did not. No, the defense was just better at the point of attack. Look at all these defenders shedding blocks and then getting hats to the football. That's impressive.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. Now the lead is down to 11. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Well, the offense tries to pick up that first by running it on 3rd down. No can do, and that's really been the theme all game long. This defense has just been better at the point of attack, shutting down this run game.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes the grab, past the marker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Beck. They're working that left side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The short hands, it's Lyon.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Trying play action. That one comes out hot down the right side. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Nice job ruining that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
They'll send out the kicker here. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It is good! And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of and get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Looking downfield, it's Moss. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's reeled in, it's Lacey. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Give to Brown. He has the first and still on his feet. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. You saw it on that one.
How about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
The Cardinals need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead there.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Looking to pass. It's back. Rush is on him. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to.
He wants to take the top off. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Throws to the back. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So it's an 80-yard drive. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to the big tight end. Fires it incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Moss. Here's a heat. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They're going to test the right side with this one. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They'll move the wide receiver. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fakes to grab. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
On the ground, it's Lyle. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They tried to turn the corner on him, but the defense was ready, and they knock him down for a loss. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Let's go! To the air, it's Beck. Throws to the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Nebraska. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting...
Grabs it up the 25 in stride. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back to pass, it's Moss. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort. Right now, they're making the most plays.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. had to settle for the field goal. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your wide open spaces. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The give. Finding an escape route.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Lyle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Beck. Grab near the marker, it's Lyle. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You can tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job.
There he goes. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. on the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. To the air, it's Moss. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Cardinals really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Lacey. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bell. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down in the 42. The Cardinals will hustle to the line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Moss. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's complete to the left. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Cardinals trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals!
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about. UTEP overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from El Paso, these Miners got to be thrilled with the result. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Going with the ground game left. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Moss. Fires to the big fella. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Now, thanks to that gamble and failure, a chance to tack a little extra onto the lead late. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. I think we can just about blow the candles out on this one. It's all over.
No doubt. It's over. But you know what, Reese? These stats aren't over. They count for postseason awards, so I'm all for piling on the stats, running up the score, offense, get the stats.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. On the run, it's Watson. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Unloads quickly. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Adams. Got it set up on the outside. Quick with the spin move. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Fires one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After this, it'll be a wrap. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be...
it.